what's going on, guys? Gemini here, and I got another video for you. This video is on some plastic parts I've been working on, just making them look nicer. For instance, the mirror here, it's a little wet. You really can't tell in the finish, but came out really nice and smooth. Added 2 coats of clear coat after the base, and pretty happy with it. The other day I did my rear bumper. It's a little dirty, you really can't tell, but came out pretty good. Then I also did the rear little skirt there all around. And today I am going to be doing the front bumper and the front drop skirt there. So, but this video is once again about how I came about and my process on painting the mirrors and the little center. What is that? The shifter surrounding, and I also did the rear spoiler here. Sorry, I didn't clean the car before the video, but it looks good. Once it's clean, get all the dirt and dust off of it. It's nice and shiny. So yeah, that's what's going on. So here's the video on the painting on the plastics. All right, take it easy, guys. Hope you enjoy your day and weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. I'm gonna be painting some plastic parts, and we're gonna start with the interior. I'm gonna add some red to the car, and right here, this is the piece I'm gonna be painting, the shifter, boot, surrounding, whatever you want to call it. It's got a chrome finish, so I'm going to be painting this red. I was thinking about adding a little bit more red in the interior, but I decided not to. I was thinking about painting this here, but then I'm going to lose all the markings, the readings here, you know, the fan speed and stuff, the hot and cold. So I'm just going to leave that alone. So I'm just going to be painting this right here. And onto the exterior. Not in this video, but eventually I'm going to be painting all the trim molding. Kind of faded. They require some attention. So yeah, there's no shine. It's lost its color. So I'm going to treat them and paint everything black. All the trim work. So there, the bumpers, rear bumper, and I'm also going to paint this. You can really tell on this. You can see how it's faded. It's like grayish. It's got no black to it. So this is the second part I'm going to be painting, and the slip right here, I'm going to be painting that red, just the rear lip here, and then the top and sides, that's going to be black. And what else? Oh, the mirrors. I got 2 different color mirrors here. Well, it's just the covers. These pop off. Pretty easy to take off. So that one's black, and then this one's purple. That doesn't even match the car color. So I'm going to be painting those black. See the bumper here. It's got markings on it. See, it's just got little scratches. So I'm going to, of course, do some sanding. Plastic kind of requires some special attention. It's not like painting metal or anything. So, but I'm gonna take you through the process. I'm gonna be taking these 3 parts apart, and you gotta sand them, you gotta clean them really good. That's the main and most important step in painting plastic. It's gotta be nice and clean. Degrease it. Probably gonna add some white sprint to it, and some fine sanding and primer and so on and so on. All right, so once again, I'm gonna take these things apart, and I'll see you back in the garage. All right, guys, so first thing, we're gonna be cleaning the pieces. I got some degreaser here, some pre-clean stuff. It's a multi-purpose cleaner and degreaser, so this should work fine. You want to use a sponge or maybe a rag. Make sure it's clean. So you want to clean it before you do any sanding, because you don't want to spread any grease around while you're adding texture to the plastic. All right, so yeah, that's about it. So clean first. You don't have to let it dry afterwards. After you finish cleaning, you can do some sanding. Don't use sandpaper unless it's really fine sandpaper, because that would just scratch up the plastic, and you don't want to add scratches, because after you paint it, you'll probably end up seeing the scratches once the paint is dry. I got this material here. It's pretty smooth. This is a 240 grit. It's not sandpaper. It's kind of like a mesh type of material. So this won't scratch up the plastic. If you have to go any finer, just use a higher grit of maybe a 600 if you really need to smooth that up. All right, so I'm all done sanding. See this right here? You can tell I got some of that finish off. You don't have to get all the finish off. Basically what you want to do is just create a texture, something for the primer to grab onto. But at the same time, you want it smooth. Here's the mirrors, the driver's side. You can see it's still wet, so you really can't tell, but you just want to dull out the plastic a little bit. And here's the other one. So whatever you're painting, make sure you sand that area. I didn't bother doing the inside. I'm not going to be painting the inside. And here's the rear wing. Once again, you really can't tell because it's wet. All right, so just going to grab a rag. I got some dust on the plastic. See that? So I'm going to just wipe off the dust first. Then I'm going to use some white spirit, white minerals in the US. This is it's used for a lot of stuff, cleaning, degreasing. You can use that as a paint thinner and stuff like that. So I'm going to use this to clean it, and then make sure everything's nice and dry. If you got one of these, this will help you out, make things a lot quicker for drying. So once it's dry, I got my epoxy primer here. I like using the epoxy primer. I think it adds or in my opinion, it's a better adhesive. And then we got the curing agent there, of course. And yeah. And then we got our black here. This is the black I used last time for my rims. Came out pretty well. This is a satin, but at the end I'm going to add a clear coat to everything, and it will bring out that shine. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to add my first coat of primer, and I'll be back with that. Hey guys, I just wanted to point something out really quick. If this thing will focus. Yeah, if you see that, you see the dull area, you see that little piece there that's purple, that really didn't get sanded. You want to sand that, or at least add a little texture. You want to sand everything, make it dull and even and smooth throughout everything, because if you have nothing for the primer and paint to grab onto, eventually it's going to peel. So once it's dry, you know, go over it, take a look at it, take your time. Preparation is the most important thing. You see that right there, how it's still got that shine to it. You want to get rid of that. All right guys, so here's the first coat of the epoxy primer. Once again, you just want to go really light. You can tell, you can still see some of the sanding. The first coat, once again, light. You just let it dry, not even 10 minutes. Lighter coats, they dry a lot quicker. And then the second coat, you want to go, you know, medium. And just do 2 coats. That's all I'm going to do is 2 coats of primer. And then probably do 3 or 4 coats of the black. Once again, you want to go light coats on the finish color also. So let me get the second coat on this, then I'll get the first coat of black, and I'll be back with that. Alright guys, so I decided to do the red first, and I did 3 coats. The mirrors, I couldn't decide between red and black, so I said what the heck, and let's go with the red. I'm going to be adding some red throughout the car, so that's why I decided to do the red mirror covers. Also the red lip on the rims, I still have to finish that, but I think it came out pretty well. I still have to add the clear coat and paint the rear wing. That's going to be black. But this is pretty much it for the video. Here is the clear coat I'm going to be adding. Some scratch resistant clear. Really good stuff. And here is the thinner. The uni thinner I'm going to be adding. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. And yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. I'm just going to finish this up, and at the end of the video I'll put up some pictures of the finished product and back in place on the Gulf. Alright guys, if you have any questions, just leave me a comment. I'll like to hear your feedback, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy. Peace.